Hi, welcome for everyone watching this presentation. We propose three concepts from three perspectives of ecology, economy, and social to optimize the lives on Weinstefan campus. The core idea of Concept 1, Idyllic Campus, is to take advantage of Weinstefan's strengths in life science disciplines and fast farmland to have a complete value chain on campus, from production to processing, then to consumption. Researchers and students will be involved in the entire production chain. This can improve food quality, reduce food cost, and create a sense of community for students. Moreover, job opportunities are created for both students and local residents, improving the economic vitality. Planning, processing, consuming. These economic activities can also become part of the landscape, providing featured recreation and tourism experience, like wheat field and brewing gardens. After analyzing the existing specialties of Weinstefan campus, we find it is possible to plant vegetables, fruits, flowers, trees, and wheat. To plant them, fields, greenhouses, and bamboo can meet all spatial needs. So we will use these three archetypes to design open spaces and architecture. For existing buildings, we can add roof gardens on top or add glass houses and small fields to densify the open area. For planning new areas and designing new buildings, we can use the greenhouses as entrance halls, or we could even build a huge glass dome with small buildings inside, just like an artificial ecosystem. The two most important steps in the value chain are production and consume. We designed these three productive landscapes in corresponding to different topography. As for consuming, people can buy and eat organic food in the market, and in this new kind of beer garden, people can pick up vegetables from the field directly and eat the salad made out of them next to the field. In general, the structure of this idyllic campus is like several villages with field. Each village has a center. Grand axis links the villages together, and the buildings are mainly distributed on the side of the axis.
Then comes the second concept called campus. Co represents the term commoning, which means Gemeinschaft in German. We'd like to use the commoning concept to create a community-like campus. The commoning concept has 5 aspects, namely co-working, co-housing, co-living, co-mobility, and co-open space. As this scenario shows, we want to set up a living learning community for different users to utilize the sharing resources and to create something new together. According to the 5 aspects of commoning concept, we roughly divided our site into different zones. Taking the design site, for example, each zone has its own specific common uses. It will enrich student life and provide the academic activities with more possibilities. Meanwhile, the residents can be involved in the campus life as well. For example, we transform the existing parking lot in front of the teaching area into a multifunctional space, which is centered on a mobility hub. What's more, we come up with 3 sections which have different percentages of functions. It can be the architectural reference for our further design. The last concept is called wild campus. Via GIS analysis, we can classify different types of topography. We reconnect the existing campus area and the new built area through the setting of various habitats and the landscape. After that, different functions will be added to each kind of landscape. which will create a more ecological campus. As this scenario shows, landscape will be the backbone of the site. Various functions will be the flesh and blood to activate the whole campus. We overlay a grading on the site. According to the current topography, its landscape is divided into 4 types. As we said before, functions correspond to the landscape type. From the architectural aspect, we blur the boundary between the landscape and the architecture. On the one hand, the learning space is enlarged. On the other hand, it will foster a better learning and teaching environment. Here are some typologies which combine the landscape and architecture. This concept aims to create functional spaces through the harmonious intertwining of building and nature elements.
Comparing these 3 concepts, firstly, corpus have 24-hour active because of the accommodation on campus, while wildfire campus have only 14 hours because ecosystems need peaceful time to recover. Secondly, as for the pattern of land use, idyllic campus have half of the land as farmland. The corpus have 40% land as building areas, and 60% of the wild campus is green space. Last but not least, idyllic campus shares the market with city and create jobs. Corpus provides abundant resources, and wild campus keeps various habitat.